You ever hated yourself for something that you couldn't change? Yeah, me too. Rice eyes, rice eyes, rice eyes. If you listen closely, you either hear rice eyes or right size. Perspective is a nice surprise. And people say, I got them rice eyes. Yeah, they small, but they're the right size. And they're treating my iris like a virus because I'm not Irish. They're making jokes, calling me a chink. Even cameras ask if I blinked. Females ask if I winked. I used to despise myself for these slits to my face, and I disguised myself to try to fit in this place. I faltered because I couldn't alter the genes I inherited, and it's easy to hate yourself when you're not a white American. Resembles how I'm feeling, still clear my mental. Damage was detrimental. This body ain't a rental. This temple belongs to the king. So I'm gonna try to forgive and turn this nightmare back into a dream. But the words, rice eyes, echo in my cranium. I was emotionally nuked without uranium. I was emotionally invaded like I was Ukrainian. I'm a maniac going insane. Even can't correctly speak. Loathing my identity left me weak. And it's been another week, and all these big-eyed folk treating my life like a joke. Ask if I rice every day. Like, homie, yeah, I eat rice every day. And they chuckle with satisfaction. My knuckles buckle up, ready for action. Give them some Mayweather in this Mayweather, because my fists will show them better than my words. Inventing by fire out will leave them thawed, or at least I thought. But malice and bitterness ain't the solution to emotional pollution, so it will cause them confusion when I fuse love and war. Love for my enemies and war against evil, because showing love is hard to these people. But I try. And I cry for the bandages on my soul and the dam left the hole, because growing up as an Asian is hard to be patient when I'm waiting to be accepted. I want to whack them with a scepter, attack that closed mind with the lecture, but that wouldn't do anything. And so I choose to forgive. I refuse to live with poison in my veins, because God has washed away those bitter stains, the bitter remarks that swam me like sharks. I was drowning in bitterness. I need an ark, because no other person can save me besides my Savior. He taught me to control my powers, Xavier. And to this day, my eyes still tiny. My eyes still tiny, and I keep walking. And even on low days, I'm on the highway. So what were you saying about my eyes? Because every time you say rice eyes, all I hear is right size. All right, this next poem is a story. It's a story of many of my friends kind of all transformed into one. It's about a girl, and it's called Excess. Her shirt size is extra small. And when guys stare at her, they run into a wall. She wears big grins on all of her selfies, but got a poisoned mind. She ain't healthy. She possesses a pretty face and skinny waist. Her skin's fair with silky hair. And girls jealous cause fellas chatting about her everywhere. She's not too religious, she's most superstitious, but every night she bows down before the porcelain god. Constantly nauseous, she tries not to vomit, but her self-image is flawed. And her house is full of strangers. A woman who screams at a man who hears but don't understand. He swings his fist, she throws a dish, both of them wish it didn't exist. And the girl whose shirt size is extra small leans against the wall and listens to it all. She wants to scream, but she can't let it out. She's overrun with doubt. Her esophagus lost its confidence. Mind racing, heart pacing. She's about to explode like a nuclear bomb. Because the nuclear family is all wrong. Excess girl got them excess problems. Can't get any worse because she hit rock bottom. Nobody's catching her while she's falling. Nobody's catching her while she's falling. And Pop Strauss punches to her chest. Call it a broken heart. Her value cheapens every day. Walmart. And mom sees the daughter getting slimmer and thinks the solution is to feed her more dinner. Her stomach getting emptier, but her burden's getting heavier. This girl got excess struggles. Her broken heart can't juggle all of these issues. Emotion misuse is the recipe for trouble. The need is immediate to the missing ingredients. Soul searching for a cure to all this hurting. Trying to be pilled, but nothing's working. Ain't nobody feeding her hope. So she searches the garage for a rope, and she's hanging on by a thread, because if she don't get the answers, the stranger's gonna find her dead. And every night before going to bed, she performs her nightly ritual of regurgitating her last meal. And she's so hungry for love, but pain is all she feels. It's a dark night all by herself. No Alfred. She screams to a busy God. Tragic. She prays and hopes it works like magic. She needs a heroin because depression's like heroin, and she's an addict. Excess girl got them excess problems, can't get any worse cause she hit rock bottom. Nobody's catching her while she's falling. Nobody's catching her while she's falling. Eyelids erupt, she's staring at the ceiling, asking God if she can get some healing. Soul's mourning in the morning, rises out of bed and locks the door. Eyes staring ahead, she asks, is there more? And she puts on one last smile for her last selfie. Caption says, I hate myself, somebody please help me. And everybody thinks she's cracking jokes, heart cracking because nobody replied to what she wrote. More problems and more pain? Is this all that life has to offer? Nobody bothered her. In fact, nobody bothers her. She sends a prayer to God, but doesn't get a reply. Who knows, maybe she'll be in tonight. And she paces the room all day, contemplating, her hands gravitating toward the rope, and she crafts a noose, palms sweaty, she's loose, and she places the rope on her throat like a crown. She was never single, but now she's tied down, and she doesn't know whether heaven or hell is waiting with open arms. She's just tired of existing with a broken heart. But suddenly, she hears a voice that says, don't give up, stay strong. Your life is not a sad song, keep fighting, there's no need to be hiding, because your beauty is a rare sighting. And tears like waterfalls running down her cheeks. She didn't know simple words could make her weep.